Okay, it's time for business. We're on our way to the gym. Now today is quads, is biceps, and is forearms. That's for the folks that are new to the channel. Now for the folks that have been here for a minute, you guys already know what time it is today, man. You guys already know our Mondays are saved for honestly our heaviest lift and our most challenging lift, to be honest, because legs is no joke. It is no joke. You guys should see every time I look back at my training footage, I'm like, man, I remember how much it hurt going through those reps because I can put myself back in that situation. I'm like, man, I was so damn tired, but we still get through it. I think that's the beauty of leg day is that you get to go through it, and you're like, fuck, it's gonna be hella challenging, but if you end up hitting a PR, you're like, you know what, I was able to get through that day, and I was able to hit a PR. So that's already good news. You're just getting stronger. Now there's those days where it might happen where things are feeling a little bit heavier than usual, and that can sometimes happen. You guys already know I have those days here and there. Not every day can be a good day, but I think when it comes to those challenging days, like last week, for sure, all last week was super challenging, but I think I look at the bright side and look at the overall picture. You're stacking your sessions. One bad week isn't going to ruin progress or anything as long as you're going hard and as long as you're trying. That's never a wasted time. Now, I'm hoping that this week goes way better. We're gonna see based on today. I'm hoping that we can hit the 45 with 25 and a 2.5 on the hacks. That's what I'm aiming for my top set. And then I'm thinking on my drop set, we take off the 2.5 and we just go crazy with that as well. And then maybe we just stick to the 25s. I think that's just best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we move down a little bit. And instead of doing 25s, we do 20s or something. It just kind of depends. Because you guys already know sometimes the fatigue can just fucking hit you out of nowhere. You're feeling hella fresh and everything, and then you're done with your first set of hacks, and then you're like, damn, how the hell am I gonna do this again? Because you're so fatigued after giving it your all on that first one. So it can get tricky. It can get tricky. But I'm anticipating 3 sets of hacks. Now, if the hack squat is taken, then I think we're gonna move over to a Smith machine. Jasmine has been doing the Smith machine for the longest now, and she's been really liking it. So I think if anything, we'll join her there if the hack squat is taken. Now, you guys already know that the Smith machine at this specific gym is super good for us. We really like it specifically for legs. Now, for fucking chest, that shit is hella hard, but I don't know what it is, but that Smith machine feels hella heavy for chest, but for quads it feels easier. I'm doing more weight. I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what it is, but it just feels good overall, and I think that's just a good thing. That's just a good thing. And we don't go easy. We don't do like a plate or something. We try to push ourselves as much as possible. So I'm thinking today we end up doing Smith. I'm thinking we might do 2 plates and maybe a little bit more than that. It just kind of depends. Now the reason I don't do Smith at the beginning of the week or anything that can kind of maybe, I guess you would say, make my lower back a little bit sore, and that's just the reason why. Because a lot of the times when you're kind of going towards the end of your set, and usually when you're going pretty heavy, your lower back is going to come into play, and then after a while you're gonna get a little bit sore. And so sometimes I like to start off my week pretty fresh. So I start off with some isolation movements like the hack squat, because I can really load it up and take away my lower back as much as possible, and I don't really feel that soreness afterwards. So that's usually what I end up doing. And then towards the end of the week, when we do the legs again, when we do the legs, right? What the hell am I talking about? When we do legs again, I throw in something that maybe might be like a Smith machine, for example, because we have like an extra day to recover, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just because you guys already know we have that Sunday of rest time, so I get to do a little bit more Smith and have a little bit more fun. Now, I'm thinking 3 sets of hacks, Then we move over to one set of leg press. I think we're just gonna end up staying there so we can also do some calf raises. That's typically what the routine looks like now because they don't have a calf raise machine. Until they have one, we're just gonna be sticking to that leg press, I think. I think that's the best setup so far right now. Now I saw someone doing something on a Smith machine and then on a little platform, but hell no. I was telling someone at the gym, someone that I met, how we're talking about the gym and everything because they're also a little bit new to the gym. Because I was telling you guys how this new gym or this new gym that we're going to, their main or their well, what would I call it? Official opening is in August. So it's still kind of like a bit of a soft opening. So everyone at the gym is pretty new. And we're just talking a little bit about the gym and everything and kind of what it needs. And we're talking about how it doesn't have calf raise machine. It doesn't have a calf raise machine. We just started laughing because I was telling him how I saw someone doing it on that Smith machine. They had like a little platform, but I was like, hell no, dude, I'm gonna end up like busting my ass. I'm gonna end up falling or something, and that's the last thing I want to do. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. And we're just like hella laughing because we can see that shit happening. You guys already know or seen a lot of those fail videos at the gym. Some of them are looking pretty gnarly. So let's try to avoid being in one of those as much as we can. Now, after the leg press, we're gonna do the calf raises there for 4 sets. Is what I'm thinking. Since we already have the plates loaded up, and then we'll move over to some leg extensions. For leg extensions, I'm thinking just 2 sets. I think that's been pretty good so far. It's been giving us pretty good stimulus. It has been feeling pretty good. So I'm thinking 2 heavy ass sets of leg extensions, and then we do some that closing machine for adductors, so we can have some nice thick inner legs. So don't forget to include those into your leg routine. Things like calves and the adductors, because you want to make sure that you're hitting every single muscle group in your legs. And mostly when it comes to the adductor machine too, you're working out a certain section that can. Oh, give me 1 second, because everyone stops super fast. There we go. Okay, that's way better. Okay, but the reason I do the adductor is because one, it helps you stabilize during leg movements, and also it makes your legs look fucking big from the front because you have that extra piece of meat on there and it looks pretty thick. So that's the reason we do them. You know, you want to have a thick leg. Now, after that, we're gonna do 4 sets of those bad boys, and then we're gonna move over to some biceps. Now, you guys already know biceps is gonna be. We've been kind of keeping it pretty simple because we don't want to. I feel like I don't want to overcomplicate bicep work just because it's such a small muscle. I don't think you need any fancy work or anything like that to really get them going and really get them growing. So I'm thinking that we're just gonna be doing something with a cable stack. I'm thinking maybe something with the bench will be pretty good in front of us and then behind us is what I'm thinking. Not 100% sure, just because it depends on how busy it gets at the gym now. If the cable stacks are taken, I'm thinking we're gonna end up doing some dumbbell work. Honestly, grab a fucking corner and just start curling some 30s and 35s. Honestly, I think that's all we really need. Just like how I mentioned, you want to keep it you want to keep it simple. You don't want to overcomplicate things and then they start going over your head. That's the last thing you need. So we're gonna do some of those. I'm thinking worst case scenario, some incline curls. Those are always pretty good with the 35s to start off, and then we do some 30s for the second set, and then I'm thinking maybe we stick to the 30s if things are looking pretty good. And then we either do some cables after that if things free up a little bit, or we've been sticking to the cables the whole time because we got lucky. Who knows? Who knows? But either way, we're gonna do 7 sets of quads. We typically do 4 sets of calves, 4 sets of adduction, and then we do around 6, maybe 7 sets of biceps total. And that kind of brings me back to, I forget if it was the last card talk or the card talk before, is when it comes to, or maybe last week or the week before. There's so many card talks, right? For me to remember everything, but I was talking about how someone should structure a plan based on how many sets they should be doing a week. And the optimal amount of sets you should be doing a week should be anywhere from 10 to 20. Now, that's just based on you, based on recovery, whatever it is, you can range around that. And so for us, for example, just to kind of give you an example for today, we're doing 6 sets maybe of quads. So then we're gonna do another 6 sets on, when do we hit again? On Thursday. And so that's 12 sets. And that's usually what we keep it on. Sometimes we do 13, sometimes we do 14. It just kind of depends. But sometimes when I start reaching around the 15 in total for that week, my legs are not recovering and they're just so fucking sore. And so that's how we've been playing around with our sets per week and everything like that. We kind of just fluctuate between maybe the 12 to 15 range is typically what we're keeping our sets at for everything. For everything. And I think that's been working pretty well. We've been keeping the intensity pretty high. Anyways, too, before I forget and before we switch over to the gym, look at what I ended up doing. So I bought a bunch of ice. I bought a bunch of ice this weekend because Jasmine had a bunch of friends over, right? And we're just kind of hanging out. It's kind of on the side. It was mostly her and the girls who were hanging out. And so I brought a bunch of ice because I was like, okay, let's offer our guests some things, other than just Diet Coke and water. So I was like, okay, let me just buy a bunch of ice, just in case they want to try something new and it's flavorful, right? It's kind of like a juice. You can't go wrong. And so I bought a bunch, and luckily I had some. And so today, as I was prepping the pre-workout, I fucking forgot this thing inside the car on Saturday. So it's just been stuck in the car. Thank God I didn't have protein in here. It just had pre-workout, so it's gonna be an easy clean. But we ended up using a fucking paper towel, creating a funnel for it, and then putting that little funnel that we created through this little hole here, and then we just poured in the powder that way because that was the best method. And then Jasmine ends up telling me that there was already a funnel that she had already for things like in this situation. And because I'm a little bit of a lazy ass, sometimes I didn't look around. And so I was just like, fuck, let me use a paper towel. Anyways, I do so much damn talking that I'm already taking this pre-Hella up in we're taking it already at the exit, which is not ideal. Anyways, I'm gonna take the pre real quick. I'll switch over now to the gym. Let's see which one we end up starting off with. Like I mentioned, I think we're doing Smith machine today. I was just saying Jasmine in the car. I was thinking about the hack swap, but the Smith is calling my name for today. So we're gonna warm up. I think we're gonna start with maybe a plate first to warm up, and then we'll add a 25. And then I think our tops is gonna be 2 plates. It just kind of depends on how things are feeling, but let's warm up first. Try to get clean. Maybe like right here. Maybe gonna be the stance for today. Let me add a 45 real quick. You want to? Okay. I'm gonna go put some 45s, and that's gonna be, I guess, our official warm up of 45 and 10. See how it goes. Okay. I think we're gonna end up using these particular plates here, because when I try to use the other ones that are more round, they're a lot harder to pick up, mostly when they're on the floor, and so it's just a lot easier when it has handles. So we're gonna just stick to those. All right. I'm gonna just roll these up just to hold them up, but we won't use them just yet. All right. Let's just figure it out the belt. And I'm thinking on the second warm up. And we have the 25s. I think we'll use that just to see how things are feeling. There we go. Yeah. All right. These are feeling good. Let's warm up. I think we're just gonna do one more warm up, and then we're gonna do our main set. Let's say for just one. I think that should be good. We are gonna use the belt for this one though, since we're getting pretty close to our top set. And then I'm thinking on our main set, what we'll end up doing is using the belt close the sleeves. So far, though, things are feeling pretty good. Okay, that's good. I think Doug was gonna go first, and then we'll go after. Okay, let's do this one. There's our top set, which is 2 plates now. I haven't done 2 plates in this specific machine, so I honestly don't know what to expect. Last time we hit a plate in 35, and it felt pretty good. So let's hope we don't fucking regret it today. Anyways, let's hit this. We're gonna put on the belt, the sleeves. Let's try to get at least a solid 5 to 7. I think for this one, and then we'll see next leg day we do this one again or we do the hacks because these things are feeling pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's do it. Thankfully, it's one of those days where the pre hitting pretty fast, which is nice. I don't have to raw dog this top set. Let's switch this on though. That's good. We're gonna have Dustin spot us though. All right, I'm gonna put my thing on do not disturb X because I'm getting a bunch of messages. There you go. All right. We'll try to get as many as we can. May go more back. That's way better. Okay. Let's drop set that a little bit. Because if I pause it, I don't know if I'll get 2 more to be honest. So let's drop set to 35. Try to get maybe 2, 3 more, but that was pretty good. I think next time we try this out, we're gonna try it again. And we're just trying to get 5. All right, let's drop. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I think for our second set, we're gonna stick to 35s. I'm done already, man. I'm telling you guys, after the first fucking set, energy levels just fucking tank. Mostly when it comes to fucking legs. These should be fucking me up all the time. So I think someone also lost their young LA little emblem from the Superman collab. All right, but this one, all right, the 45 and 35. See how many we can get. Okay. The Superman. Oh, there is a new movie, huh? That's true. So maybe we'll watch the movie. Maybe we'll watch the movie tomorrow. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have Jasmine here just in case, cause man, you just never fucking know. Maybe it's smart if I roll this up. I'm not excited for this. Put it right here, actually. I need one more. Okay, that was good. I think for this next one, we're gonna do 30, not 35, man. All right, Jasmine's turn. You know what? I'm not gonna fucking lie to you guys. I'm pretty fucking cooked already. I was telling Jasmine I have this fucking butt cramp right now. So we'll see how this fucking goes. We'll fucking see. Cause man, let's hope we don't fucking pull a high cheek. Now for this third one, we're gonna go a little bit lighter. I was originally gonna do 30s, but I think we can do some damage with the 25s and the 45s. Let's see how that goes. Now, I'm kind of getting used to the stance here, just because sometimes the stance feels a little bit weird in some machines. It also depends on how the angle goes. So I think we're just gonna be playing around with it. I really like the close stance more than anything, though. I feel like I can get the most stabilization out of that. So that's usually how I set up when I do my squats. Okay, let's do this next one, man. I think that's it. I'm just gonna do one more. I'm gonna go do the leg press now. Okay. We have one more adductor after our first set of these, so we have to kind of do it out of order because the leg press was taken and then the leg extension. So we did adduction before this. So we got a little bit of a break on our quads, which is not too bad. Now we're gonna switch it up today. I think today we're gonna do 3 sets of the Smith machine and then 3 sets of these. And I think that should be pretty good. Now for this first one, I think we're gonna go heavy. Let's do 205. See how that feels. Okay. 2 more just like that. Then finish my last abductor. Okay. Jasmine went to go do some good mornings. We have 2 more of these. We did 4 sets of the abductors before this, just to finish those up, kind of get them out of the way. Okay. I think for this one, we're gonna do, I think 195. 195 should be pretty good. It'll give us a little bit more leverage to maybe get 1, 2 more reps. I hope. Or at least we'll be able to match it with the last set, but we'll see. Let's pause at that. Let's hit for maybe 2 more. I'm gonna give myself maybe 15 fucking seconds, man. Ah, but at least after this, the only thing we have left is calves because we weren't able to do it because the leg press was taken. So at least we're almost done with legs, which is good. I think that's the toughest part, to be honest. All right, let's hit it for 2 more. Okay. I'm thinking for the third, we're gonna do 190. Finish it off now. Because if I try to do 195, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that shit. Just because it's way too close to what I just did. Fuck. It's also our last exercise, so it's our quads are already pretty fucking gassed. I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes. I'm gonna drink some water. I'll be right back. Now, let's do our last one. I think because it's a little bit busy at the gym right now, I think we're gonna end up grabbing the dumbbell stacks on the other side. Or no, on this side of the gym. I think we're just gonna do some curls that way. I think worst case scenario, what we end up doing is just I don't know. I think we might leave calves towards the end. It just kind of depends on what I end up making up my mind for. I'm not exactly sure just yet. Or if the leg press is taken once we're done with this, then I think we'll be good and we'll just do some calves, get them over with. All right, let's do our last one. We're gonna do 190s. I think that should be pretty good. Or to switch it up, should we just do one leg at a time? Just fuck it. Let's do one leg at a time. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's try. Let's just try 100 because I actually don't know what to expect. Let me see. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's do it. There's no way. We're done here. Let's move on. Like I told you guys, we either use one of the cable stacks or we use the dumbbell section. So I think we're gonna use the dumbbells. We're gonna do some incline curls now. I know for a fact that this thing can go up. I just don't know how. Last time I tried to adjust the seat, and there you go. I just adjusted it. I think last time I was just being a little bit careless, and I didn't try hard enough. Anyways, I think for our first set, we're gonna take the 35s for a ride. Try to get as many as we can. Let's try to get maybe 6 on each hand. That's what we're aiming for, but we'll see. Okay. Now, depending on how these go, we either uh, we either move down or we'll stay at 35. But honestly, I'm not anticipating staying at 35. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let's move this up one more. It feels a little bit too low for my liking. Way better. All right. This is the last spot where the camera fell last time, so let's not make that a typical occurrence in this side of the chin. Okay. Let's say for as many as we can. Now there's gonna be a class that's gonna be starting up pretty soon, so hopefully it doesn't catch us. We'll finish before that starts up, but never know. Actually, that's it. Drop size to 30. Except maybe 2 or 3 more. My my legs are fucking trembling from the leg day, man. Oh, that was good. I think what we're gonna do for this one, or for the next one, I think we're gonna fix our 30s, man. That 35 was fucking tough, but it's pretty good. Let's do it for 30s. Try to get as many as we can on the second set. I'm gonna take maybe 2 to 3 minutes though. Fucking, I'm slowly getting gassed. Let's do our second set now. Let's try to get at least a solid 6 to 7 on each hand now. I don't know what to fucking expect because I'm already fucking zoned out. I'm not gonna lie, but let's try to still go hard as we can. Or try to go as hard as we can is what I mean. Man, I'm so out of that. I can't even speak. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's I think today's fucking bicep there's gonna be a whole bunch of fucking pause reps, man. But I wish I had a 27.5 for this next one. I feel like I can drop to that, but what I'm thinking is I'm gonna do 30 again and then drop set with maybe some 25s for like 3 to 4 more. But for this one, let's get for maybe 2 or 3 more. We're not done yet. Come on. Okay. That was good. Now for the third set, we're gonna do 30 again. Try to get as many as we can, and then I'll drop some 25s and try to get as many as we can with that too. Man, although it's feeling pretty fucking hard, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm getting a pretty good bump. It's been it's been a good fucking day. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we were able to hit the 2 plays was really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was a nice little PR. Okay, I'm gonna give myself maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then we'll start up again. That's a good angle. Okay. Give myself 30 more seconds and then we'll start up. Now, I'm hoping to get at least a solid 6 on each hand. That's what I'm aiming for, but who fucking knows anymore, right? Who knows? Then sometimes I'll be thinking, man, why the fuck do I even count? Because sometimes we either pause it or we drop set. So I don't know. I mean, either way, it's fucking working. So I think we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. I think the fact that we're just going as hard as we can is doing us good. All right, let's do a 30s. Try to get as many as we can. I think we're gonna move over to a cable stack after this, and maybe do some behind the no, in front of the body work is what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see once we get there. Let's do this one. You know what? We're not drop setting that shit. Let's just go straight to the cable stack. I think 6 is enough. Let's do our last one. I end up grabbing just this cable stack on this side. Let's probably get as many as we can. I'm gonna start with my left hand, and then whatever we get in our left, we match it with our right. Man, I think we're just gonna end up sticking to this side too when we do our form. We're just already here. Might as well. All right, I don't know what to expect. I don't think we've done this cable stack with single arm work. So let's try 20 kg. See how that goes. Six it is. That's all right, then. You should me some. I am thinking for the last two, I'm gonna do 15 kg with a 2.5. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. So we can maybe start 7 to 8 reps on the last two. I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be right back. Maybe I'll switch the angle for you guys. Let's hope that the focus stays on us now. Like I mentioned, we're gonna do 15 kg with a 2.5. Try to get as many as we can now. Where every single one of these, we're gonna start with our left because that's our weaker hand, and that's the hand that we want to grow the most. Try to get as many as we can. I'm anticipating at least a solid 8 to 9. I'm not gonna cap, but who knows? Hopefully, I don't fucking jinx myself and I end up getting like fucking 4 or 5. Alright. You guys want to right? Okay. I think we can do one more just like that. Let's give you guys a bit of a close-up though. Let's do our last one. Now, I think we're gonna stick to the same way, which is the 15 kg with the 2.5. I didn't really take much of a break. The only break I really took was just moving the camera around to a different angle. So let's do our last one, man. We're almost done. Can't wait to get home and eat something. I am already kind of wrote down what we're gonna eat once we get home. So we're gonna do some Quakers, 2 Oikos, and then for dinner we're gonna do 2 servings of chicken tikka masala that we got from Costco on yesterday's video, and we're with some jasmine rice. I think that's gonna do us some good. Okay, let's do our last one. Use it right now. All right. That is it for biceps. Now, what I'm gonna do now is do some forearms, but we're done here. I think we're gonna go join Jasmine on the other side. But I'll see you guys for the pulls, and I'm still gotta do fucking 3 to 4 sets of damn, I keep fucking forgetting the name of it, forearms. So what we're gonna end up doing is just doing a few sets of these motorcycle ones and then the opposite. Nothing too crazy. Okay, I'll see you guys over there. Let's go ahead and let's do the pose down. We find a little corner here. Honestly, I think this is the best side to do a pose down because the lighting is pretty nice. So I think we're gonna be sticking to this side. I think a class is about to start in maybe the next 20, 30 minutes. So we need to hurry up before they start playing those good tunes hella loud. Then you guys won't be able to hear me. Sometimes I'm not even able to hear myself, to be honest. I'm gonna make this just a tiny bit darker. Give me 1 second. Bear with me now. Oh, that's way better. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we did. Actually, I think I need to lift up the lighting now that I'm thinking about it. Let me see. Let's try 80. I think 80 should be good. Let's see. Now, for some reason, sometimes the lighting might look blue, so my bad. Nice. Man, things are looking pretty good, man. I've been pretty happy with the results. Honestly, the Smith machine at this gym, one of my favorites. The resistance and everything feels pretty good. The whole system feels pretty smooth, which is what we're really aiming for. I've also been getting a lot better at my front leg spread. After I've been noticing, I've been able to kind of like really bring those bad boys out, which is what we want. Let's get a side view. Let's hope this thing's on in my. There we go. Let's take a look at the back. Let's get one more view of the back. Then let's go home. Okay, that's it. I'll get one more close up of the legs, but we're about to go home, man. Man, there we go. Okay. That's it. We're done. We beat the class before it starts because, man, it gets pretty loud. We're about to head over to Seafood City for the Filipino folks that are from the US or maybe the Bay Area. You guys should know about the Seafood City, man. So we're gonna stop by right now. Jasmine wants to fry up some bananas. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a taste, but we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. We might pick up some meats or maybe, I have no idea. I have no idea what she's doing. I'm kind of just going in along for the ride. Anyways, remember, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. You guys already know what I'm about to say. Remember what I always say at the end. I'll see you guys in the next video. For some back, no, I'm out of it. For some chest, for some triceps, and some fucking hamstrings, man. I'm not excited for hamstrings, but you guys already know we're not about to be skipping muscle groups in this channel. So don't be skipping them. So we got some hamstrings, some chest, and some triceps tomorrow. Let's see how it fucking goes. Hopefully it's a good chest day. We either do dumbbells or we do Smith machine. I have no idea just yet. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.